Hi everyone, I'm Yusuf. I'm studying English language teaching in Osman Gazi University. There's a course I started this week named Ethical Cities. It's from FutureLearn. I prepared a slideshow about what I learned this week. So, welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about cities, change, principles of the United Nations Global Compact, and meaning of wild cities. My presentation will be about 6 or 7 minutes. At the end of my presentation, I will handle the questions. So let's get started. We need to look at our cities from a new perspective. This is because the urban life is a reality that the majority of people face every day. When we talk about cities, we often talk about the infrastructures that connect us, airports, ports, highways, subways, and something like this. Also, its place in global trade comes to our minds. We also like to categorize the cities. There are around 40 megacities in the world. These are cities with a population of over 10 million. For example, Tokyo, Shanghai, New York, Paris, Mexico City, Istanbul. There are 600 more cities that function as dynamos powering the global economy. However, we should not forget the thousands of small cities and towns that have won and lost as a result of globalization. Perhaps it may be the city we live in. We live in an urban century. Uh, cities are experiencing big change. For example, climate change and post-industrial structuring, innovation seen in the changing world as a result of digital change. To struggle with this challenge, we need a new framework for how cities will achieve their future. What I'm going to learn during this course is an ethical framework for cities. This includes addressing the principles of the United Nations Global Compact. This includes, as you see, human rights, fair work, sustainability, and anti-corruption. We live in wild cities. What I mean by wild cities, for some of us, this phrase may sound strange. So we can think that these are the opposite of wild. We might think that cities reflects our civilization, our efforts to be civilized and not to be wild. However, cities reflect us directly, and we reflect them too. The city is the mirror of our ambitions, desires, hopes, joys, longings. In other words, what our cities do reflect is these values of ours uh, to us. Yet everything we see when looking at our cities doesn't always make us feel comfortable. For example, poverty, disengagement from the natural world, degradation of both other people and other species, corruption. That's why we can call it a wild city. I think that's enough for this week. To summarize, this week we talked about cities, the pros and cons of cities. Any questions? Thank you for watching me. See you.